PCG vessel harassed again by Chinese ships. Drone shot provided by the Philippine Coast Guard shows a China Coast Guard ship sailing past the BRP Teresa Magbanua during its 9-day patrol at Scarborough Shoal. The Philippine Coast Guard, PCG, accused the Chinese Coast Guard of conducting dangerous and blocking maneuvers in Barrio de Masinloc, Scarborough Shoal, in the West Philippine Sea during a 9-day patrol early this month. 4 China Coast Guard vessels with bow numbers 3105, 3302, 3063 and 3064 carried out the dangerous and blocking maneuvers against the PCG's BRP Teresa Magbanua, MRRV 9701, 4 times and tried to cut its path twice, recklessly, disregarding the international rules on preventing collisions at sea, the PCG said in a statement. It said the Chinese ships also shadowed the Philippine vessel 40 times over the course of the 9-day patrol that started on February 1. 4 Chinese maritime militia were also spotted supporting the Chinese Coast Guard ship during the mission. The Philippines has sovereignty over Barrio de Masinloc and its territorial sea, and sovereign rights and jurisdiction over the surrounding waters falling within the Philippine Exclusive Economic Zone, EEZ, as measured from the Philippine archipelagage baselines, in accordance with the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea and the 2016 Arbitral Award. On July 12, 2016, an international arbitral tribunal hearing the Philippines' case against China in the South China Sea ruled in favor of the Philippines, deciding that China's claims, including its 9-dash line, recent land reclamation activities, and other activities in Philippine waters, were unlawful. China has refused to recognize the ruling. During the patrol, the PCG said it supported a total of 100 Filipino fishermen in 14 Filipino fishing boats in the vicinity of Barrio de Masinloc. On February 5, the Chinese Coast Guard said it expelled a PCG ship that intruded adjacent to Barrio de Masinloc, a claim that was later dismissed by the National Task Force on the West Philippine Sea. China claims almost the entire South China Sea, a conduit for more than $3 trillion of commercial shipping annually, including parts claimed by the Philippines, Vietnam, Indonesia, Malaysia and Brunei. Barrio de Masinloc, a rich fishing ground of Zambales province, is a small ring of reefs located within the country's EEZ. In 2012, China seized control of the shoal after a tense standoff with the Philippine Navy, prompting the Philippine government to file a case against it before the International Arbitration Court. The Philippine Navy's BRP Gregorio del Pilar, PS-15, and the U.S. Navy's USS Gabriel Giffords, LCS-10, took part in a series of maritime exercises within the Philippines' exclusive economic zone on Friday and Saturday. 2 Chinese Navy ships also shadowed Philippine and U.S. Navy vessels during last month's MCA in the West Philippine Sea. The latest incidents took place a few weeks after diplomats from the Philippines and China met in Shanghai, where they agreed to manage disputes and further improve maritime communication during the 8th meeting of the China-Philippines Bilateral Consultation Mechanism, BCM, on the South China Sea. A statement from China's Ministry of Foreign Affairs said the 2 sides had a candid and in-depth exchange of views on the situation in the South China Sea and maritime issues of their respective concern. The 2 sides agreed to further improve the maritime communication mechanism, continue to properly manage maritime disputes and differences through friendly consultation, properly handle maritime emergencies, in particular, the situation on the ground at Renai Jiao, 2nd Thomas Shoal, and constantly promote practical maritime cooperation, so as to create favorable conditions for the sound and stable development of China-Philippines relations.